Anyway, to piggyback off of what we were just talking about.
Good morning, Vietnam.
For everyone just coming in, we were talking about having people heckling comedians, like in person, whether it's a regular encounter or not. And he said
online.
it's like or online.
Yeah.
And it's like he's right. You know, that's a fucking professional. That's their job. It's like challenging fucking LeBron James to a one-on-one. But on that same note, what I was gonna say is they're definitely. I personally know, like, comedy is different from roasting.
Yeah.
Comedians do roasts all the time, but I'm telling you this, I know at least 5 people that are so quick, so fast at fucking roasting, they would absolutely destroy a comedian if it was just a quick, hey, you jackass, and then they were going back.
I don't know if
forth.
destroy, but they could hold their
They
own.
could do it,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I have pretty strong feelings about destroying. Like, there were some
Here's
things...
the difference, though, in my opinion.
Comedians are so comfortable on stage because it's such a dark setting, they're used to it. You know, like, they get so comfortable it feels like it's their room. I mean, that's how I feel.
They're in, like... The guys I'm talking about roast people every fucking day. Like, they do this every single day. Someone fucking says something and they roast them.
Yep.
And a comedian, when they're not in their, I'm not at work right now, I'm not trying to make people laugh, they're still witty and they're quick, but they're not as good. Like, they're not actually writing their material.
Well, I think that's the advantage in a lot of cases because they have wrote so much that they can revert back to that if they run out of ideas.
Yeah,
if
you're
you're
now it's a perfect moment where I can use this opportunity.
But that's the thing about these roasters. Like, whenever I hear someone, like one of my friends, like Choach is a great example. He says some crazy off the wall shit, and he never reuses material.
Well,
like, he never uses the same roast on someone.
And that's great. I just think, and you could even argue like. Rap battle people could do the same thing. You know, it's an on the fly
rap battle
type thing.
people they have callback lines.
Oh, absolutely.
So if they win a battle and they're like, that line was really fucking good,
they keep using it.
It gets to the point where they're doing a rap battle and the whole crowd says the line because they're like, I know what's coming. Like, this is. It's really fucking good.
Well, when you have a crowd that's nothing but your kids in the audience, they know what you're gonna say.
That was good, dude.
No, it wasn't.
It was good.
No, it wasn't.
What, Nick Cannon?
You gotta chill.
Why?
He's got a lot of kids.
He has a ton of kids.
He's not a real fucking rap battle.
I get that.
In and out is the.
But he hosts a show that's about it.
I just think
he knows he has those kids.
That was a lot more outrageous to someone that, like, I've seen, like, rap battle whatever it's called. What is it? Wild and Out?
Oh, yeah.
Wild and Out, yeah.
That is the worst platform of
yeah.
rap battle ever.
I have not watched a full episode ever, and I don't want to.
But that's one segment.
Yeah.
That's one comedy segment of his whole show.
I get what you're saying.
And they have full like, there are tournaments. There are famous rap battle artists that they don't have records. They don't make music. They just can fucking roast people.
Yeah.
It's literally Friday night. I'm going down to the rap battle, and I am not ever going to the studio.
Yeah.
And I understand that. That's like
it's like people that play at bar scenes. You know.
Yeah.
They like doing covers. That's what they do.
But saying that,
Just like comedians. There's some that love doing it just on the weekends and like doing the grind.
I will say though that is a great point. Back to the whole thing. I know there's roasters that professionally do this, but there's also comedians that. I wouldn't say just do roasting, but they just do clubs. And when you're doing a club, especially a small 30 to 50 seat, maybe 100, something like that, you have to do crowd work. So it's basically like they're doing their set, and then they're asking the crowd, like, hey, you know, whatever question they have. And in turn, they start a kind of roast battle to an extent.
Yeah.
But back to the original point, if you are sitting in a crowd, you pay to go see something, from a comedian especially, I've never understood I'm going to get offended by this. You paid to be there. You knew what you were getting into. And secondly, like, why would you dare to be like, I'm better than you?
Not in their setting.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I would never fucking try to say anything or like say, "Oh, this show sucks" in the middle of a comedy show.
Yeah, then they're
you're
gonna destroy you.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because what other art forms get that kind of bullshit?
Oh,
Not many. I mean,
honestly,
musicians maybe here and there,
But
like,
musicians, you can't fucking hear it. Like
Yeah.
that'd be a musician
That's
that's
true,
like
yeah.
just playing a, hey, we're at a fucking little like
Coffee
ladies'
shop.
Yeah,
group.
yeah,
Like,
like
you
a
know,
little
you're
venue.
just playing
Yeah.
something, and then someone comes by like, hey, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You're not doing that to fucking an Aerosmith
No.
or AC/DC. No one would fucking hear you.
Well, and that's just too big of a venue, like you
Even
said.
coming, but that's the thing. Even you can't do it to a band. You could do it to a solo artist maybe
Yeah.
between
You have an
sets.
easier shot.
But even,
Some athletes.
even a band.
Ah, there you go.
Who?
Some
Yeah,
athletes.
especially like Harden has to deal with it a ton.
Imagine-
Oh, athletes, you can do it all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Now,
that's,
granted,
that's
they've-
actually the point of sports fans.
Yeah.
Is to Philadelphia heckles their own fucking team when they play like shit.
Yeah,
They're
do.
going in the locker room
Honestly-
and they're like, Aguilar, you can't catch shit. Like, you
Honestly,
know?
I feel like any passionate fan group does that to their own team more than they do the opponents.
100%. Yeah, but that's
It's
a whole different world.
It's constructive criticism, as the corporate world would say.
Because here's the thing.
You can't fucking catch. Get
Take-
me my
Oh, shit, I'm not
TPS
even in the
report.
shot.
Take
He's in the shot.
Take after COVID era when they had the bubble games.
I want to explore this COVID area.
COVID era. ERA.
It's
Anyway,
the crotch.
they had these bubble games. Nobody's fucking in there. They're still making their money because every single person is watching it in their living room. Nobody is
And they
out
pay
here-
to be
They
the
pay on the
fan
screen.
on
Yes,
the screen,
Yeah,
which
on
is
nuts.
yeah,
the
whatever.
stupidest thing
okay,
ever.
they can do that, but as a fan, you're watching those sports games week in and week out. Like regardless, you're like, I don't
Yeah.
care if anybody is in the stands. I'm watching this. But concerts, you're not going back like, oh, let me watch this concert this week. No,
Nah.
you're not fucking doing
I mean,
it.
most people
It's
don't.
a different
Yeah,
kind
I
of
get what you're
platform.
saying.
It is
You
a
know what
different
I'm saying?
platform.
There's typically, you're not going, scrolling through social media or whatever and being like, oh, I'm gonna look up the highlights of the Aerosmith concert, like.
But even comedy specials, people absolutely sit at home and watch comedy specials all day, but they're not, when they're watching these specials, they're not like, oh yeah, I need to get a ticket so I can fucking say something to this guy. Never.
I think
They're
you'd be
not-
shocked at how many people probably do that.
Right?
Like I can get a shot at this guy somehow.
I can tell you that
They're psychotic people, man.
I
And stupid
agree
people.
that they're psychotic and stupid people, but I disagree to the fact that they actually act on it. Those kinds of people.
I don't
they're-
know, man. Especially nowadays, it seems
How
like
many
dragging out of
fucking
form.
specials
Stalking's
do you
a
watch?
crime, man.
How
Easy.
many specials do you watch that you hear
They're
the
edited
shit
out, though.
stop?
They're edited, yeah. They're
I'm just
edited.
saying, if you go on YouTube and look up hecklers, I'm sure you'd find
Oh,
more.
dude, live shows and like the small venue shows,
But
it
that's what I'm
happens
saying.
all
small
the time.
venue shows.
You'd be shocked at how many of these specials are at small venues. Like, there are some, I'm telling you, there are some. Now, granted, most of the ones you see on Netflix, no. But if you go on somebody's like YouTube channel, sometimes they're doing it at a little tiny auditorium type
I
style.
think Shane Gillis is like a small little auditorium in
Yeah,
Houston, dude.
it's like maybe a few hundred people tops. If you were ballsy enough, you could be like, "Hey Gillis, you suck," or something,
Yeah.
and they would hear it. Now, granted, they edit it out because they usually when they film a special, they do like
Yeah,
2 or
it's
3
not-
shots.
It's not an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Yeah.
They're filming for probably 3 hours.
Well, say they do 3 different settings, and then they can pick and choose, and that whenever they switch a camera angle, it could be that could be
But the
tomorrow's
backdrop
set.
is the same.
Yeah, exactly. So they angle it to where, I mean, they have professional people do this, so they angle it to where they can make it happen. But back to our original point,
I'll grab one of those.
grab me one too.
You want one?
Your original
Actually, yeah, I'll take one.
Your original thought is don't go into someone else's house and then disrespect them.
Right, but well, yes, I agree with that, but pick and choose your battles because I don't give a if I am at a Eagles versus Cowboys game, if I am in earshot of any Cowboys player, I'm fucking heckling them. 100%.
Yes, I get
I
that.
would never ever even open my mouth at a comedy show.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
difference.
And here's kind
And
of
I would do it at every sports event.
Yes,
You see what I'm saying?
because it's not as big a deal, really.
No,
They're
and
used
I'm not
to it.
going. Yeah, and I'm not going.
But let's say, okay, here's your scenario. You're at a small venue of a comedian you like, and he says something you adamantly disagree with. Would you say something?
Fuck no.
What if he's like, fuck the Eagles. I hate Philadelphia. It's a piece of shit
I
town.
wouldn't really heckle him.
You know?
If he was like dissing a sports team.
Yeah, I could probably boo.
Yeah.
That's it, and then he'd be like, "Oh, there's the asshole."
Yeah.
That's the most I'm gonna take.
Maybe
I'm just
But if I
curious.
felt-
I wouldn't either, but
if I
I'm
felt
just.
really strongly about it, they always have the after, hey, meet them, do signings, and especially with comedy.
Yeah, a small
Afterwards, when it's just one-on-one, I'd be like, "You're a fucking asshole." And then they'd heckle me, but not heckle me. They would just fire back, and I'd be like, "That's
Or they'd
awesome.
have security take
I
you
just
off
got
or something.
roasted."
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where, as a comedian gets bigger and wiser and more adept to comedy,
Yeah.
they get bigger crowds, so you just can't heckle them as much.
Yeah.
I mean, there is.
Oh, it's extremely prevalent. I see videos of comedians that are like, they're not A-list super, they're not Dave Chappelle, they're not Kevin Hart, they're not Tom Segura, but they're really fucking funny and they're up and coming.
Yeah.
And I see so many videos of hecklers and they say some shit, but the comedians are always on top.
Oh, and
like, right away.
if you're talking a veteran comedian that has always been kind of a club comic, the Sam Morrils of the world.
He's coming.
Okay,
He's getting to
he
the
is
stadium
getting
level, but
he's
yeah, he
getting to
was-
bigger and bigger,
Yep.
and
Who's
I
that blonde chick?
personally love
I think that's his girlfriend.
I
He
just
knows
saw, no. I
Taylor Tomlinson. Anyway, Sam Morril is an up and comer. But he's been on the club scene for over a decade.
Yeah.
This is a veteran comedian that has been through the trenches and lived in New York and played in New York most of his life.
He just blew up on social
And,
media. Like
yeah.
3
New
years
York
ago.
would be a hard city to
Yeah,
try to up
fuck
and
yeah.
come as a
And
comedian.
he has got that. He's starting to get on, Netflix specials and bigger, stadium arena type stuff. But saying that, like, he is a guy that you would look at and in a club, because he would do a club still today, and you would be like, oh, as an asshole, be like, hey, I don't know this guy, I can say something to him.
Sure.
And that guy will destroy you because of all of his experience, and I'm not even saying that alone, but just knowing what to say and in the moment, you've had so much experience with it. Even the guys who are not at his level that just do clubs all the time, some of them do it for decades, man.
Yeah.
And they've been through all the
they're quietly
heckling you
good.
fucking
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah. And some guys don't want
They don't want the-
arenas
yeah,
or
they-
auditoriums
Well, that's
or
why they
anything
keep
like
going
that.
with it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I know a lot of comedians get some of their kicks from hecklers.
Probably.
Like, that's
Absolutely.
why they stay small. They're like, I can destroy anybody in this fucking place.
If you go on YouTube and you look up comedian heckler, dude, most of the videos are posted by the comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Norman's doing a
Yeah.
career of it right now.
Yeah. And you just, they're like, oh, I bested this rando, in Spokane or something,
what
Random
a place
town.
to fucking pick.
Spokane, actually, Seattle and Tacoma area have a pretty decent comedy scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know
it's
Seattle,
actually-
but Spokane.
Spokane's
That's
probably
like
in
the
that
Springs
too.
of Denver.
Yeah, it's not far away. And if you're a comic that lives,
Spokane from Seattle?
yeah.
That is not an hour drive.
No,
That's
it's
I'm
not
just
an
saying,
hour.
like,
It's like
yeah.
it's within driving distance, though, is what we're saying.
Like,
If
yeah,
you're
a
if you're
day,
Seattle based, you could absolutely do Spokane every month if you
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. But
So anyway,
I'm saying the crowd in Spokane is a lot different from the crowd in Seattle.
We should
absolutely,
We should
yeah.
check out Looney's though. I like that.
I'm
club
down.
last time I
Yeah.
went.
We,
I love
We should do it like a
Looney's.
Thursday night.
I didn't go with you guys.
No,
I don't think
I went
so.
to
I
go
went with
see
Taylor.
Jim Brewer. You told me we went with
Yeah.
Taylor and told you how to set up.
It was just a random freak. It was just regular comics, and they
Yeah.
had one guy that was headlining that I never heard of.
Mhm.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
There was one guy that was like he talked about some fucking, like, getting in a Dutch Bros line out here, and I was like, his set was garbage.
Oh, really?
Like, it was so
Damn.
fucking bad. And it was the second person that came up. And the first guy was great. And then the chick after killed it too. But after the second set, I was like, I might have wasted my money. I really considered fucking leaving.
Yep.
But that first guy saved it, and then this chick comes on and, like, absolutely kills it. And then the main act dude comes on, and he was fucking hilarious.
Honestly, I've loved stand-up for 20 plus years now. We should do that and then review it on here the next week.
Sure, or even have
You
someone
know
come
what
here
would
and do a
be-
podcast.
I think it'd be really
They come
cool.
and do
What's a
one.
really
Absolutely.
good thing is, like, if we were planning to do something like that,
Mhm.
we should definitely practice a whole lot, but I think it shouldn't be single set, like, you go, you go, you go.
No, we go as a group and
It
tell
should
about the
be
experience.
like, yes.
I
like,
was
you
talking
know-
the experience
Yeah.
of watching them, not getting up there. We can do that too.
No, I
but,
was
yeah.
saying we
Cool.
should try to, like, actually fucking play out, because kind of like,
I'm gonna save some of my stories then.
Is,
Oh,
is
you
it
gonna do that
anyway?
improv?
But
Oh.
not improv, like,
Okay.
just do our own niche. You know,
Okay.
you can have a 3-person
I
fucking
got it.
Yeah, I bet.
comedy show. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be a solo person.
Sure.
And that's something that no one really has ever explored too much.
Oh, there has
There's
outside
been
of-
a few people
yeah.
trying it, but you
There's
know, it's hard
duos-
to line everything.
It's hard.
It's
Duos
hard.
are much more prevalent in the comedy scene history than trios are.
Yeah.
But I mean, fucking Abbott and Costello were doing it in 1920.
Yeah, but that was,
you know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I
that
mean, they did
that was stand up back then. It really was. And then they got into skits, and they're like, they hit it big because baseball was
so fucking good.
baseball was the fucking king of everything back then. And Who's on First
yeah.
was like the first time anyone made
Have
fun
you
of
ever
baseball,
seen their,
really.
their mummy one, the cursed
Yes,
medallion,
yes.
where they keep fucking passing it across from the
There
dinner
we go.
table,
Yes, I
and he
remember.
put it in the sandwich. And
It is literally like
so
the
good.
stand-up equivalent of like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's such a good duo, and their timing was so perfect, and they made fun of the most popular thing in the United States at the time. And they were really the first people to do it, and everyone's like, "Oh, we need to take this thing seriously. People have wooden bats out there and hard balls. They could kill us, and they're much better athletes than us. They're kings of everything." And they're like, "This is a fucking joke. I'm gonna make this funny." And I really love observation humor, and they took that and then they added the element of confusion of who's on first, and just like the back and forth is fucking gold, man. They're the stand-up equivalent of like the Three Stooges, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah,
like
they are.
they were such a good group, and they just did it in a different way. Obviously, the Three Stooges were more physical comedy, and back then that was like hilarious. I'm
It
gonna
was
poke
brand
your
new.
eyes,
Yeah,
and
I mean, the camera was just.
How many concussions did they have? Jesus Christ!
This
I
is
mean,
supposed to be a winter beer, not to change
Yeah.
the subject, but
well, we can switch
I've never
gears. Yeah.
had their
It's
winter
pretty
one.
good.
Sam Adams Winter Lager. It's pretty solid. It's not bad. I like
on,
Oktoberfest better.
on tap, it's so good though.
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean
feel like it
everything on
doesn't
tap
I
is
know
better.
it is, but
Like-
it's just like it hits different.
I feel
To
like Andy
me-
Bernard with acapella right now.
What?
Name a song.
Okay, really?
Name a song.
Don't speak.
Much better acapella. Name a song. It's just so stupid.
And
like,
Sandman.
yeah, much better acapella.
Bullshit!
Yeah. Way better acapella.
Bullshit! No.
That is one Dwight says on the show too, by the way.
Really?
Yes. That's so funny you said that.
Well, I mean, you think of
Yeah,
like the
it's hard guitar
you
riffs
cannot
and shit, yeah.
do that.
Okay, so that brings up another subject. Favorite, like, seasonal beers.
First of all, my
Seasonal beers are hard.
Okay.
'cause it's
Seasonal.
different.
So here's the thing: is I think there are amazing summer beers.
Yeah.
There are amazing fall beers.
Everything
but
else
you
is garbage.
cannot make like
That-
a spring or a winter beer. Like this
This is
winter
close.
lager feels like fall.
Spring,
it tastes like fall.
Spring beer is basically like
Summer.
margaritas. I mean, it's
You're right.
Trulies and shit like that.
There's really only
which,
2 seasons for beer. It's summer and fall.
I mean,
because you get all your Oktoberfest, your fucking pumpkin bullshit.
Ugh.
And then in the summer, you get like fucking Corona with lime, Bud Light lime. You get
more refreshing beers.
Fucking
citrusy.
You
Citrus.
know,
the
Leinenkugel.
Yes.
Oh,
Grapefruit shandy. Not the summer shandy. I have not even seen it this year. I've spent 5 summers out here. I've never seen grapefruit shandy.
That's crazy.
It is their best line of beer.
Yeah.
And it's only sold in the summer in the East Coast, and I've never seen it out here.
It's because there's a grapefruit shortage.
He is such a liar.
I just made that up.
I know you did. I got really upset. I'm not that stupid.
You
Can you
bought it for
imagine
like a second.
How many of those go bad? Like, if you're working at Walmart, how many of those are you throwing away?
The grapefruit shandy?
No, just grapefruit.
Grapefruit in
I mean,
general. Oh, yeah. I mean,
grapefruit a lot more, but that's
man.
a beer with grapefruit that's going to
I'm not
last
saying
a lot.
the beer.
No, the actual fruit.
So that's
Yeah.
where I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I don't care if there's a grapefruit shortage. The beer's going to last a long time. Just store it away and send it out
Well,
next
maybe
year.
that's why you
There's
look
not
at...
a grapefruit shortage.
No,
so.
I know. I know. I'm saying maybe that's why winter and summer ones last longer because their ingredients last longer.
East Coast equals better. That's right, Indigo. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, East Coast baby.
First of all, no, stop.
You told me to do it.
I will never raise
No,
the bar.
I did not tell you to do it.
Not you, him.
I did
You
not.
told
I
someone
told you-
not
I was
from
like,
the
we should
East
do-
Coast
alright.
to say East Coast.
I did not say anything about raising the roof.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Who let the dogs out is next.
No, it's not.
All right, so come on. All right,
Gotta
just
feed him soon.
off the top of your head,
Yeah.
what is your absolute favorite fall beer?
I like Blue Moon in the fall.
Blue Moon?
It's not my favorite beer, but in like the season.
Indigo, I feel like I know you. Pennsylvania all the way for sure.
Okay.
Philadelphia specifically. He's commenting.
Okay.
Or
Favorite
she.
beer.
You said fall?
Fall
Fall
beer.
beer.
Fall beer, yeah.
Blue Moon.
That's
You-
what I said.
You guys are both gay.
your
Anyway,
favorite?
Oktoberfest.
That one's a good
Yeah.
one too.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest, yeah.
First of all, you can't say stuff like that.
You okay? I said retarded last time, and you just acted like a retard.
You can't.
So what? You were
can.
like, "Yeah."
You can't say that.
You can't act deaf when you're not deaf. You just were like, well, you knew it, you know, like.
No, I didn't.
Didn't he?
We can
You did. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Anyway,
You said Sam.
I said
Adams
Sam
Oktoberfest.
Adams Oktoberfest.
Fuck, man, I couldn't get it together.
All right, come on,
All right.
everybody, get your fucking lives together. Let's do this. All right, favorite summer beer.
I kind of like Coronas in the summer.
Corona.
I know it's such a cop-out,
Corona with
it's like a
lime
white
is,
girl answer, but-
and it's such a Mexican answer.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job. You've renewed your Mexican card for another week.
I feel like I
He's
can't
Mexican.
say my. I know.
What's
Really?
your favorite summer beer?
Paulino Hernandez, not Mexican.
What the full name?
What?
I'm just kidding.
It's all right. You can look him up on social media. There's nothing. It's like he doesn't
That's
exist.
true.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you. All right, favorite summer beer.
I don't want to say my favorite beer,
What?
but Yingling. It
Oh,
would
yeah.
be.
Okay.
That's my
yeah.
favorite beer all year round, but in the summer,
Yeah.
It's
that
It's
hits
ice
hard.
cold.
It
Ice
hits
cold is fucking great.
Either
Yeah.
that, Land Shark's a good one for
Yeah.
summer, and then honestly, I hate Bud Light, but I love
In
Bud
the
Light
summer
Lime.
is solid.
Especially
Bud
when you're
Light
doing
Lime,
something.
Lime,
Yes.
yeah.
Not Bud. I
No.
still won't drink
Yeah.
Bud Light, but in the summer, the Bud Light Lime,
Yeah.
so good. I remember
Um,
drinking those on the beach in Outer Banks, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it was the first time. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like Normandy or something.
No. I literally.
We had to
The
bring him in
people
our
I was
bag.
with, somebody bought a case of the Bud Light Limes, and I was like, "Man, you're fucking drinking Bud Light."
Yep.
And he was like, "This is with lime," and I
Buffalo.
was like, okay.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
All right.
We'll explain that in a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
But so basically, he was like, no, it's not, but it's Bud Light with lime. And I was like, yeah, it's like Corona with a lime in it. It's just, he's like, no, they fucking brew this with lime. So I tried one and I was like, God,
it's different.
Damn it,
it's
this
different.
Is good.
Yeah. Mine is the Leinenkugel's summer.
Summer shandy's great, but grapefruit shandy, Yingling, then grapefruit shandy.
Okay.
And I might even put grapefruit above Yingling because that's how good it is.
Just summertime.
All right, now that we
hold on, I have to explain this.
That's what I was gonna say. Now that we've gone through this, you got to get up and get beers, while he explains.
To go get it.
For anybody that drinks,
it's a great game.
This is an amazing lifetime game.
You sign up.
You sign up, and you're playing this for life.
Deathbed. You reach with the wrong hand.
Anybody that also plays this game are the only people that can call you on Buffalo. And basically, what it means is that your dominant hand, so I'm right dominant. I used to drink with my right hand all the time, right dominant. If you are read into this game for the rest of your life, whenever you're drinking an alcoholic beverage, you have to drink it with the other hand. So me,
non-dominant,
the left hand.
Yeah. Same.
If anybody that plays the game, they see you drinking out of your dominant hand and they call Buffalo, you have to finish the drink on the spot.
So, and the way back story is...
It gets really dangerous.
Well, the way back story is this comes from Native Americans.
Yes, Native Americans back in the day, they used to basically...
Hunt.
They would hunt on horseback and they would shoot a bow and arrow. And...
if they're posted up somewhere too.
They would challenge each other to be able to basically shoot with their non-dominant hand. And if they missed, they would have to... I mean, back then, they would drink, like, mead or something. But, yeah, I don't know what they would have to do.
Basically,
I don't remember the repercussions, but you would have to prove that you could always do it with your non-dominant hand. So they would teach themselves over this game. They would become ambidextrous. Some of them could shoot better with their non-dominant hand than their dominant hand.
Well, I was told that it was if they did have a drink and they saw a buffalo, they had to be ready with one hand, even if they had a drink in their hand. They had to be ready to.
That's possible too. I mean, it's wives' tales.
Yeah. So. Whatever. It is like, we're talking stories that are 400 years old.
Yeah, like they get rewritten throughout history.
Even back then, Sam Adams Winter Lager was like the choice for this time of year. Sam Adams discovered America, man.
First of all, I can tell you that's false right now.
Yeah, he invented electricity.
Yingling is America's oldest brewery, so Sam Adams was not around back then.
When you asked me that question, I almost immediately thought it was them, and then it was like a trick question. You're like, no, it's not Sam Adams.
No,
it's like. Yingling,
1829.
He's very proud of his old.
Because it's brewed in Pottsville, PA, which is like fucking an hour north of Philly.
We got Miller Lite.
Pottstown.
Up north, that's the big one.
What?
In like the Minnesota, Wisconsin
area. Yeah.
That Miller Lite's huge.
So
Bud Light's your area.
I won't tell the full story, but I actually years ago in previous life and profession had to do basically a sales call for a complaint, and it was to one of the Bush kids houses. Anheuser-Busch kids, and it was in St. Louis, and it was a sight to see their compound of houses. I won't get into it because I don't want to.
I'm petting a dog, by the way. You guys can't see what my arm's doing. This could be really bad.
Yeah.
Look,
Buffalo.
Come on.
Up.
Come on.
Up.
See, there's a dog there.
It's a very confused dog.
Yeah, no shit.
But So anyway, I went out to this complaint to one of the errors.
area.
See, he keeps doing retard voices, and I can't say retard.
First of all, that is not what I'm doing.
Maybe.
Because you cannot say that.
He keeps doing mentally handicapped voices.
Thank you.
And I can't say mentally handicapped's actual medical term.
That is not an actual medical term. You're going to get us canceled. We only have one viewer.
Really? That's all we got right now?
No, I only say one viewer because one person commented. Right now we have 2.
Wow. Finn, hi.
No.
Oh, man.
Anyway, yeah. So, I grew up kind of Anheuser-Busch area, and now we're all in the Coors area. Obviously, Yingling, Miller Lite.
Yeah, just because
Miller
I'm used to it,
in general, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of like Midwest big breweries. East Coast is pretty much Sam Adams or Yingling.
I do love Colorado breweries.
Colorado breweries are nice.
Very, very nice. Dude. They're full of flavor. They're really strong though. So
well, they're 90% IPAs.
Yeah.
So and
most of them except for Coors. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking the small one. The small breweries and stuff. It's like they start with an IPA and then they
Bristol? Colorado Native. That's
Native's good.
That's
yeah.
Bristol, they have
Bristol's
like 2 that are
far.
like that 4 to 5 range, and the rest.
What's the Breckenridge?
Breckenridge is good. Yeah.
Laughing Lab, Voodoo Ranger.
Storybrooke's right down the street.
Is
like
Voodoo
you could like
Voodoo Ranger.
I don't know.
No, I don't. Yeah, it might be actually New Belgium.
It's New Belgium. Yeah, I don't know where New Belgium is.
I think it's Fort Collins.
It might be in
Shout
Belgium.
out to no, get the
Shout out to
fuck outta
Colorado.
here.
Best beer except for you.
I don't know what to even say.
Anyway, speaking of work stories.
Yep.
Okay.
Who touched your face this week?
No, it's even worse.
Who rubbed your shoulder?
So I went into my nuts and bolts area, right?
You went to what?
Nuts and bolts area.
All right.
Like, hardware.
We work at a car wash.
There's this guy, older guy with a cane, and he's like looking at stuff, and then his wife is like on her knees looking in the, like, handing bolt, like, from down low, like, handing stuff up to him.
Yep.
And I go over and I was like, hey, is there anything I can help y'all with? And they're like, no, we got, and she said, she was like, yeah, can you help me? I was like, yeah, what are you looking for? And she's like, no, I just need help off the ground. I'm like 75, and it's kind of tough for me to get off the ground. I was like, okay, that's
so he
easy.
punted her.
No. So I go down, at first I just like put my arm out, but she doesn't have the strength, so I was like, okay, I was a nurse, I know how to do this, and I go down to like give her a bear hug and like lift her up, and I see she has a fucking Cowboys jacket on.
Yeah.
So I literally, like, I lift her up, and I was like, okay, you good? And she was like, yeah, and then I push her back down.
But he got Cowboys all over his COVID area.
Yeah, I know. I had to burn every fucking thing that I was wearing. It was so bad.
That was actually pretty good.
Okay.
But then afterwards, hold on, listen to this. Afterwards, I'm fucking sitting there, and I'm thinking, this fucking guy with the cane, who clearly also has troubles, just let his wife go down and start handing shit to him, knowing full well her ass ain't getting herself back up.
Honey, meet me at the car.
Why didn't you just say, I need help over here, so anybody could just be like, here's your fucking shit, and then I wouldn't have to touch a Cowboys jacket.
Yeah.
That could have been avoided. That's what pissed me off. Is like.
Was it a denim jacket?
No, it was like one of those fucking windbreaker
type
deals.
Yeah,
had
the
a big
star
right there, and I was like, ugh.
Like today's equivalent of starter jackets.
Yeah, basically.
Like, yeah,
Champion.
Yeah. Starter jackets back in the day were the shit, though.
That was like Skechers for fucking.
Oh my god,
elementary.
Skechers used to be on every game show as a prize.
Oh yeah.
You know, every like Double Dare and all that. It's like, go to Skechers, gift card.
So my like middle school, like I found out real well what capitalism buys you in middle school, because I was playing sports, and at the same time, I had my group of friends. I wasn't in the jock club really, but I wasn't in the nerd club either. So I'm in this weird in between. Yeah.
Even the independent
Yeah.
people that don't hang out with anybody is like, hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
yeah. And I'm not in the band, so
Yeah.
I'm like this oddball rando. And I was like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. I got my little group of friends. And then for Christmas in like 6th grade, I really liked the Miami Hurricanes team back in the day. And this is going to show my age, but that was like the, you know, coke addicted, horrible gangster team from Miami back in the day. And so I got a Miami starter jacket for Christmas.
Oh, nice. All right.
And I wear it to school, and like basically all the suburban white kids were like, "Oh my God, that's like thug motherfucker over there." And I became like instantly like all of a sudden I had, you know, a million friends.
You're flexing.
Yeah, and I'm
Actually,
like, yeah.
it became not after starter, it was North Face.
North
that
Face
was
was
the
it,
next
yeah.
one that it
Yeah.
was like.
I had an English teacher that must have just bought him like thousands of dollars worth of clothes from there because that's all his wardrobe was.
Did you go to school in the city?
Yeah, West.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
Come on.
Come on.
So,
You're not
okay.
getting that. No teacher in the suburbs wearing North Face. No.
Have you ever had a funny fan experience where you're just like, fuck this fan? I'm not, even though it's nothing.
I've been the annoying fan. Can I tell you what happened?
Yeah, go ahead.
So one time, me and Steph went to go see a wrestling show, and I was just like super drunk. We both got drunk because it's a wrestling show. You're not going to enjoy it otherwise. And I had seen one of the performers, and we were just like, oh my God. And all of a sudden, security's like, hey, you guys can't be. I tried making my way through it to like, oh yeah, I just want to hang out.
I'm going to
I
hug
remember
Dusty
one
Rhodes or
time-
something.
I have.
It's going to be a sweaty encounter.
That is a sweaty individual. You're
Yeah.
right.
So I was like just out of basic training into the military, and I'm still like I could bench like 220, but I was like 185.
Humble brag.
I know, right?
185.
Yeah.
We're
And I
fucking
go
with you.
doing
Keep
the
going.
I
I know.
Prevail concert, and everyone, I just realized that, like, you know, you just call out, hey, pick me up, and then they'll crowd surf you
Yeah.
up to the front. And there's probably like a 5-foot fucking gap from where security's standing,
And the stage.
audience, and
Yeah.
then the stage.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I tell you that I start crowd surfing, and I don't know if it was the entire fucking Olympic lifting team in the front row, I start crowd surfing, and this was deep into the concert, so maybe it was the alcohol strength. They threw me onto the stage, like over secure. They're crowd surfing me, and then right before I'm like, okay, I'm getting down, and I feel the like go
Platform.
down, and then they're like, whoosh, just
Slingshot at him.
Holy shit.
throw me onto the stage.
Did you get...
And-
Okay, go ahead.
No, I instantly, like, I land, and I'm, like, literally laying on the stage, and I just roll back off. I'm like, I don't want anyone to see that. I don't want the show to stop. I was like, just roll the fuck off.
Did you
Rolled
get
off
groped?
onto the security
Did you
guard.
get groped?
No. Oh, probably.
Yeah, you kind of
I don't
your ass,
remember.
like, kinda, you know what I'm saying?
My
Your
ass?
cross-
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's America's ass
Did I
over
hear?
here.
All right. I didn't tell you.
They touched his COVID zone.
What
Yes, H.
Yeah, she was saying, no, Jay was
Jay.
saying at ladies' night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
it was
asked him about it.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I told him not to wear sweatpants to the next event.
We were gonna go to the employee sale, and I'm in my Eagles joggers, and he was like, "You gotta change."
There are certain coworkers that have no filter where we work, and
What?
I absolutely love it. But I will say there is
A very
one female that is above the rest that hangs with the guys more than anyone
What's the
on that
number?
level. The person we're talking
okay,
about.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I absolutely love her because of that, because it is like a back and forth, and
So I was-
yeah, you should give her shit.
I was texting her
back,
the next
yeah.
day.
We had the same reaction. You like
Not
what you
like
said?
Heyo. right.
because I sent an email for
Throw that.
a transfer, and she had thought that it was like me transferring to her store, and she was like, "Damn, that was quick." And I was like, "No, that's not what it was about."
Yep.
I was like, "When I send that email, it's gonna be subject tight pants, bigger butt." And then as soon as I said that, it took her like 30 minutes to reply, and I was like, she called Wendy. I'm
Dang.
fucked.
No way,
And then
dude.
she finally was like, no, I'm just as HR, like, I'm an HR nightmare. And I was like, you understand I'm friends with Sage? Like, this just opens up a new line of communication between us.
In all
There you go.
honesty, I'm glad that I'm
Y'all
not.
good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that I'm not. I do the outside sales portion, and I don't know if I can ever go back in just
To
from
be
a
honest,
HR standpoint.
I thought sometimes, like, there were a couple times I've heard you say shit, and I'm like, you're not even going to be in this position long.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Hold on.
No, come on. No, we're good.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know where we were going with that anyway, or how we even got on that subject, but
I don't know.
you know.
This is a good segment. Segue.
What do you got going for holidays? You
Me?
got Christmas shopping tomorrow? Or what are you doing?
Fuck, I don't have anybody's presents.
I have it all mapped out, but I haven't done shit either. It's gonna be like a scramble.
To be honest, it's nice having.
We are not getting presents for each other, right?
I don't think we should.
Just kids.
I might get Austin one since
Just
we live
kids.
together, but that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of a different.
It is a different.
situation.
You know,
That's
if we,
fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine
yeah,
with that.
we're
I
not-
don't care.
I don't expect a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking because
I want an experience.
I want to give Finn a present. That's
Yeah,
it.
his
Yeah.
kid is more expensive than our kids. Like,
Oh sure.
You know, I
we
could
could
get-
combine the shit. He's listening right now.
That's
We
what I
gotta
was
chill
thinking.
out. Yeah.
Is that we should just combine something for like he'll appreciate. But yes, an event, 100%.
Yeah.
Holiday trip.
We could just do something small. We could do the fucking comedy show, have the experience,
Yeah,
and only spend like
that'd be
$10.
fun.
It's got to be on a No Kids Monday.
We just do a
Yeah.
Thursday. Well, they only do Thursday, Friday,
I
Sunday.
can't do Thursday.
They might do Sunday shows. We could all do a Sunday
I
night.
could ask someone to watch.
Yeah, we can figure it out. We'll
Yeah,
figure it
we
out.
will.
We'll schedule that. I'm going to see my sister in Texas, and
That's sweet.
it's the first time I've been down to see her in like a decade.
So you've
So
been to
I'm
Texas before?
over. Oh yeah.
So you know how much it sucks.
Yeah,
It's
it's
December. It's December.
December though.
It's
It-
fucking-
That's the best time to go.
Texas is such a. I hate all the like.
Why,
I mean,
man?
Why?
Some
Texas
parts of
is-
Texas.
What?
I don't like the Cowboys, but I like Texas.
yeah, I mean,
I don't really like. I mean, so when I was in San Antonio, and yes, obviously Cowboys fans take a part in this.
Yeah, of
because they're
course.
obnoxious. It's like Pittsburgh Penguins fans. It's disturbing how hopeful they are about being garbage.
Yeah.
So I was down there
Penguins?
in Fort
I've
Sam,
never really
Houston.
compared the two, but all right, I get it.
I was in Fort Sam, Houston. Well, Penguins are a little different because they actually produce. They do well.
I mean, the Cowboys did in the '90s
Yeah.
and the '70s,
You-
but yeah, I know.
Remind me about
Yeah.
that.
People
a
love
stat.
Romo.
So I was in Fort Sam, Houston, and I went to the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like
it's
it's such a
beautiful.
great fucking
Yeah.
place. Great fuck. I could
It's
spend
better now.
3
Yeah.
full days in that section,
Yeah.
just the Riverwalk.
Mhm.
And you go anywhere 5 miles outside of that, and you're like, this shit sucks. It's like
You pretty
fucking
much have to
desert.
go
Like,
then. You have to go to the suburbs to get any.
Yeah.
It's like real downtown or suburbs.
Okay.
You know
And-
the stat I looked up the other day? Because,
Hold on, time out. I'm gonna go to the hot springs.
Hell
When?
yeah.
Let's
That's
do it.
No, I'm going when you're going to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
No,
We can do
that's
another
fine.
time, but yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I can get off that Thursday. We can go to Cripple Creek.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Either hot springs or casino. I'm fine with either one.
Okay.
You guys just trying to see my dong? Is that what's going on?
Well, you're not gonna be here, man. If you wanna send me
49ers,
pictures-
our best team, is what Indigo says.
All right, sure, they're good. They got
You
McCaffrey.
can't say that to an Eagles fan
Okay.
right now.
They got McCaffrey. They're doing all right. Samuels is hurt though. It sucks.
All right,
Anyway,
before
hold on,
we
wait,
go
no,
there,
back it up. Because I
he's
was
still got
talking-
holiday shit. Is all I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
That's all. I just want to put my
Yeah.
2 cents in really quick.
Yeah.
So you're going to the hot springs.
Probably our casino. in
Okay,
Austin,
you're
if he's able
you're
to get
pretty
time
much
off.
Doing
just
nothing,
chilling.
I'm working.
I'm going to Texas. All right,
Yeah.
good. All right, move on.
So anyway, the other day, yesterday, you know, when the Texans almost fucking beat the Cowboys,
Okay.
I was like interested. I was like, wow, 111-1. That's pretty bad. And then I was
Texas
like, you
on
know
Texas
what?
crime.
Let me just look up because I know the Lions and what was the other team? The
Jets?
Bears. No, not the Bears. I was looking up all the teams that had an no-win season.
I think it's only the Lions, dude.
The Cowboys.
What year?
0-11-1 in
Oh,
1960. They were a garbage team, and then all of a sudden in the 90s they
Yeah.
become a great team.
Sure.
And then they're America's
Because of Minnesota.
team.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
America's team.
It is.
I'm not America's team, and I'm
No,
not
what I'm
Minnesota's
saying
team. Come
is,
on.
You're
why
from
are we
Minnesota.
Dangerous.
Why are we still labeling Cowboys America's team?
I don't know.
You're saying America was fucking garbage in 1960?
I think that they tried making the Patriots America's team.
That's an oxymoron in and of itself.
I
You
understand.
can't do that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they wanted to make that the red, white, and blue.
Yes, but
But it was awesome to see
Who
that
do you
they
think's
were
America's team
so
right now,
far-
then?
America's
Yeah,
team
like the
right
underdog,
now.
or who people are like, yeah, if they got in the Super Bowl. Cincinnati
Bills
got pretty close.
Bills are
Bills
way
close
up there.
To
Yes, 100%.
like America's favorite, not their favorite team, but like their second.
America's
like an
favorite is
average.
not the Bills. Come on, no.
You're right.
No.
'Cause there's no
I'm
East
saying
Coast
they're their
teams.
favorite to win this year, but I'm saying in general, like who is the
That's
most
hard.
popular
That's
pick?
hard to judge because
San
you're not
Francisco's
gonna-
up there, I'll tell you that.
Probably.
If you're talking about who you think, if every
Dallas would be
fan
up there. There's a
voted,
lot of
Yeah.
every fan voted right now
Yeah.
on who's winning the Super Bowl.
No, no,
that's
no.
different.
No, who's their favorite? Not who's winning the Super Bowl. Who's their favorite?
But that's the issue. Is that where that statistic gets blown out of proportion?
You'd almost have to say they
how
couldn't
many
vote for their
fucking
home
casual
team.
bullshit or bandwagon fans
A ton.
are Cowboys fans?
Well, any team. Look at
The-
Tampa Bay.
How many are
Time out.
Green Bay fans?
Time out.
because
The
of
same
Aaron
thing-
Golden
Rodgers?
State.
How many now are Tampa Bay fans
Yes.
because of
That's
Tom
how-
Brady?
yeah,
or
that's
the
what I'm saying.
Patriots back in
Used
the
to be
day.
the
Yeah.
Patriots.
But I'm telling you, the Cowboys are the equivalent of the Yankees for football.
No, they are not.
They
Yes,
might,
they
because
are.
the
No.
franchise.
Do
and
you
the
wanna know
history, the
why?
owner, the spending.
Do you
might
want
be
to know
right.
why it doesn't even compare? Yes, you have the buying jerseys, the money that's spent, the money that,
The
you know,
ownership.
sold out shows,
Yeah.
or sold out
The
events.
stadium.
The production. How many fucking world championships have the Yankees won in the last 20 years?
Maybe like
20?
20, maybe like
One.
4. at
One.
most.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Really?
how many since
Oh, we're,
since
yeah.
1990?
It'd be
That'd probably be more like
4 or 5.
Yeah, that's what I was
4 or
thinking.
5?
Yeah.
So maybe it does compare because the Cowboys are probably the same stats, except the last 20 years they haven't won shit.
Most of the Yankees championships came when there was like fucking hardly any teams. So I guess I'm just saying from a comparison standpoint of if you talk to a non-American and they're like, what's a football team in America?
Yeah, they
Cowboys
would
are
say
going to
the
be on the
Cowboys.
list. And baseball, Yankees are going to be on
Cowboys
that
and
list.
Packers.
I don't even know about that.
They are the
Niners
second-
might be.
they're-
Giants would be up
Giants
there.
would be up there.
San
'cause of New
Francisco
York.
would be up
Yep.
there. I would even say
Dolphins,
Miami.
maybe? Yeah,
Miami,
that's
yeah.
what I was thinking, 'cause
You
they're
think of
cute.
all of like the
Yes,
islands
yeah.
and Latin America, yeah. We're speculating, obviously, because we are American.
And there's no stats in front of
Yeah,
us.
but saying that, I think that is what's determining America's team. Because if you ask a foreigner what's a football team, the number one answer is going to be Dallas. It's going to be they don't even name the city. They would just be like, it's the Cowboys. Cowboys play your American football.
What time is it? 5:30.
And the same thing could be said for the Yankees.
It could be.
The Yankees emblem, the N and Y, people put that hat on their head not knowing what they're representing.
They have no clue.
No clue.
They think it's
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah. I am wearing New York hat.
Yeah.
And it's like you're wearing
That's
Satan's
the
hat,
difference.
in my
is like
opinion.
if you're repping New York, it's an N after a Y.
You know who looks
And
good?
then if it's Yankees, it's N over a Y.
Oh, yeah.
You know who looks good in a cap? Brad Pitt, dude. We watched Bullet Train. He
That's
was wearing
a
that
good
hat
one.
and he had
Bucket.
the fucking
The
whip.
bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
He's
a-
one of the few people that can pull off a
I
bucket
know,
cap.
dude.
Honestly.
Him
Great.
and Johnny Depp.
What an amazing fucking movie. Like, within the last 20 years, movies that really fucking stick out to me is obviously biased because I'm a Marvel fan. Endgame, Infinity War, that's huge.
Outside of superhero, let's just say that.
Outside of superheroes, Sinister for horror, that really fucking jumped out at me. Knives Out, amazing.
It was different.
20 years is pretty
Bullet
broad.
Train,
What is that?
20 years is pretty
That's
broad.
a fucking...
You're
yeah, but
including
you
like
think-
Sixth Sense and shit like that. I mean,
No, what do you even? No.
That
I mean,
came out in
sucks.
the...
98.
was it 90?
98.
Okay,
It's
all right.
fine. I remember seeing that
So
with my dad.
25,
okay,
whatever.
let's say
I'm not saying-
Yeah, you know.
2005 to
Yeah.
now. 2005 to now. Movies that you're like, that was fucking incredible. Most of Martin Scorsese's out.
Yeah.
All,
M. Night
M. Night
Shyamalan's damn
Shyamalan
near
is-
out. Yeah.
no, he's in.
He's in, but not a
from
bunch. Not a
2005
bunch. Not a
later,
bunch is
not
what
a
I'm
bunch. You
saying.
might
You're
have one
looking
or
at
two.
Yeah.
Signs.
No,
That was
I don't think
99.
so. Yeah.
Maybe it was 2000, but it was early. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like in third grade seeing that for the first time.
Fact check.
Well, regardless, Old is in there. I know that.
That's all right.
Which I thought was
2002.
good. 2, okay.
Okay, so that doesn't count.
But M. Night Shyamalan's mostly out. Tarantino has a couple movies.
Oh
in
got some
there.
good ones.
shit.
Yeah.
His later work people don't like, but I dig it.
Django Unchained.
Yeah,
that was one of the biggest,
that
and
might,
Hateful
yeah.
Eight.
Django
Hateful
Unchained
Eight
was
was-
really good.
I watch Hateful Eight when I'm sick. Isn't that weird? Like I'm just like kind of like in a
Oh,
bed. And it just
wow,
kind of
yeah.
works because everyone else is cold. I'm like, all right.
Do you know that Kanye West?
The Dark Knight.
Hold on, what?
Time
oh,
out.
that's a
That
great
Dark
one.
Knight.
Yeah, that was.
So Kanye West said he was mad at
I don't
Jamie
care.
Foxx.
Look,
Listen,
I'm
no,
gonna
this
put
is
it on record right now, and I'm gonna listen to what you have to say.
Okay.
But I want to put it out. I don't give one single flying fuck about Kanye West or anything that
okay.
he talks
Fair
about.
enough.
all right.
And
His
this,
songs are pretty good.
This goes along with
Yeah,
it.
he's got some bangers, but he's
In
a
2004,
fucking idiot.
yeah. Anyway,
He thinks he's this fucking
God,
this great
yeah.
fucking saint,
Sure,
and he's
sure.
like, I could run for president. Is like, dude, you need a reality check.
He-
you don't realize how fucking removed, and that's one of the biggest.
we don't
things
need to
is
get
you-
into this. We
Yeah,
don't need
you're
to.
right, you're
Okay,
right, you're right.
I'm just bringing up a story that he said he was mad at Jamie Foxx and Quentin Tarantino because he had the idea for Django Unchained,
Wow.
which is hilarious because it was written before he was born.
Wait, what? No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Yes,
it was.
it's a remake.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I
It
see
is
what
a
you're saying.
remake of a
Okay.
remake.
It's
I
not.
see what
It's
you're
not
saying.
Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino's
Okay,
idea.
okay.
No.
Okay.
And that shows you the person he is.
It shows you the level of intelligence
Yeah.
that he actually thinks. Like
Sure.
he takes these ideas and he's just like, this is what I generally see, so it's factual.
Sure.
And I don't know.
I mean, time
he
out.
should
Mental
stick-
health is a big deal, and
he
if he's
should-
got it or
what
not,
he
let's
should
just-
do-
That's what, yeah.
If you could go back in time, he should have never gotten with any Kardashian to fucking fill
I
his
loved
head
your
even,
lineup meme.
even
dude.
bigger. And then he should have only stuck to music. That
Well-
motherfucker needs to say nothing outside of
Let's
the
just
record.
say this. I almost feel I am definitely more offended by people talking about him and not bringing up the mental health issues than I am saying the R word clearly. So let's just.
Okay.
It's true. I mean,
Go.
they at least can't help it. I mean, he can help it.
No, I don't know if he can.
I don't know if he
'cause
can,
he
man.
might be the R word.
Pills, man. Pills go a mile. Insanity.
Whoa.
I'm not saying
No,
all
I'm
pills.
just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously, there's
Proscribed.
some shit that this motherfucker says that I'm
Yeah,
like,
what?
you have the intelligence of a brick. Like.
Okay, I want to say real quick.
What was your? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Shout out to Memphis and the county Memphis is in. I don't know it, but that is the only county in America that voted more for Kanye West for president than any other. So yeah,
You're saying Memphis, Tennessee?
yes,
No.
yes.
No
way.
shit,
Yes.
they voted for Kanye.
But they're the only. He's from Chicago. You would think Chicago
Chicago
would
was
be.
important.
Right, but I get that. Do you know how? Never mind.
Yeah, there's ghettos everywhere, but
I'm
yes.
not talking about that. I'm talking about Southern intelligence. No
in
shit.
general. Yeah.
Out of black, white, Mexican, it doesn't matter. You're.
Notice how he didn't say Asian. They're intelligent. Anyway,
We
Your
are
point.
pushing boundaries.
My point.
If it weren't,
No, to your
Oh.
next point.
All right,
Go.
whatever.
if
Yeah.
it
How
weren't
many-
for having a Mexican on the podcast, we would have already been canceled.
No. Come on.
Should we wrap it up, or should we?
No
take
one
some-
reads his legal name.
All right. Are there any questions from the viewers? Should we wrap it up?
What are the questions? There's comments at least.
I already
Nothing.
read
Oh
them
man. All right.
Okay,
cool. Well,
so.
But 49ers are not the best team right now.
let's
All
go
right.
watch the YMH special. Call it a night. Those
Their,
podcast.
Their quarterback's pretty purty.
You.
Shut the fuck
He is.
up. Now we're going to get canceled because of that.
Because I called a man purty.
No, because of a lack of comedic genius.
Hey,
that
is
so
comedic
lazy.
genius. Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant is looking pretty purty. Last pick in the draft, man.
I know.
He's got a lot to prove.
I was telling Hannah about it, and I was like, "What do they call the last pick in the draft?" I'm like, "Why am I asking you?"
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, because we watched the Red
That's
Zone.
the same one that's like, Kitty.
Okay. By the way,
That kitty hurt me, Austin.
did you guys see the Purdy, the quarterback, his dad in the stands when he ran in the touchdown?
No.
Dude, it was
Was
a
it
really,
last night?
it was a we're all fathers. It was a really cool father moment because it was the only NFL game he's come to because he knew his son wasn't going to start any other
Oh,
games.
sure.
So he came to that game, flew out, was in the stands. Of course, cameras on him. His son runs in a touchdown, and he cannot keep it together.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah?
lost
I
it,
wouldn't
man.
at all.
And it was a really, really cool moment.
Your
so,
first
yeah.
fucking NFL touchdown. You're there to see
Like,
your son.
all the sacrifice that the whole family had to do to get you there, even if you are the last draft pick, you are in the NFL and now you got your shot. You know, and that's something to be said. You know, you worked your ass off regardless of where you got drafted, and now you got your
And
chance
it's-
to
to
shine.
be
How does that
honest,
franchise
it's
get
not-
so lucky to have like good quarterbacks. You know, they have.
You could say the same for
no,
several.
like in particular, like
Packers.
yeah, they've had the run with the '90s.
Eagles are like, where's the black guy?
yeah.
Draft him.
I mean,
No,
they
they're like,
they have really
no,
good
no,
QB.
it's not black. It's like, where's
Who's
the
the
guy that can run?
mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Carson Wentz was scrambling.
He can
for a
run.
year a half,
And the
2
guy
years.
that
One
got
of
him got
One
fired.
of the
Yeah.
craziest. One of the craziest.
They're like, get the
fucking,
fuck out of here.
People are always talking about how shit Carson Wentz was. Okay, what?
No, he's
I
a
mean,
solid
He's
quarterback.
up and down.
Yeah.
He's
He's so fucking
McAfee
injury
labeled it
prone,
perfectly.
and he is not consistent at all.
Yeah.
However, there was the year we won the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
There was the game against Washington,
Yeah.
and literally he takes the snap, he drops back, and the entire line just swallows him. Defense and offense is just on top of this guy, and then all of a sudden you see he just shoots out of this dog pile,
Yeah.
never got down, and runs for 20 fucking yards.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Did you see the pass Mahomes threw against the Broncos? That
It
little.
was retarded.
Oh.
Yes,
man.
it really
I saw the
was.
Broncos.
He does that.
He
That's
does.
not the first time.
No,
he's
but the
done
way it
No,
happened,
it was
it's not.
it was like one he's never done before.
But the thing
like
is,
the way he did it, it was so
it
fucking
was weird. And the thing is the guy got like
But did it
60
work?
yards
Yeah.
and got the touchdown, right?
Yeah.
And this reactor that watches Broncos games here in Denver, he's like, "Oh, Mahomes fucking gets out of it," and he's like, "And that's a fucking touchdown." He's losing his mind.
Yeah.
Because of how bad they were doing the other day, dude.
But
When
they
it comes,
put up that was their
That was their best game.
fucking game of
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
because it's a rivalry game.
Oh, yeah, it's a
you
rivalry
play
game.
up for your rivals.
And that's why
Yeah.
I didn't start Mahomes.
I think people like Hackett. I don't think people in Denver like him, but I think the actual players like his.
Why?
Because he's got a good attitude. He's funny.
It doesn't. Oh my God.
He, no,
Would
I'm
I
not, I'm
rather
not saying
have a
I'm not
fucking
saying funny.
comedian as
I
my
know,
head
I know.
coach, or do I want
And
to
I'm not
win
saying
games?
he's a head coach, but just having that dude in the locker room boosts morale.
Yeah, keep
He's
him
a
around,
great
just
coordinator.
demote
You
him.
can't demote. You're gonna fire.
That's what sucks.
you
is
you can't
want-
demote
you
because
can't.
you got to pay him the same if you
Yeah,
demote him.
Yeah.
And you're gonna fire. And that's how it is with the NFL.
Yeah.
I
Unfortunately,
mean, it shouldn't be like that. I'd rather.
He'll
be
get a
like,
coordinator
I'd rather
job.
go to
You
my
act
head
like
coach.
that.
he'll get a coordinator.
I'd
job.
rather go
Yeah.
to my
If
garbage
not an assistant
head
or
coach
something.
and know that he's a great offense or defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And I would rather go to him and be like, hey, I'll pay you this for this job, but you're not going to be a head coach anymore. So then give them the decision, either step back and take what I'm offering, or you're getting fired, and then you can try to find another job somewhere else. Generally, fired head coaches, they either go back to college or they become a coordinator somewhere else.
Look at Leslie Frazier right now. He's much rather give him for his defense.
Yeah.
They're out. Everyone in Buffalo's like, dang, they're sticking in games.
Dude, who's the old coach for the Vikings?
Frazier.
No.
Childress? Tyson?
The one most recent.
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Zimmer. Yeah, he's rumored to be he's going to be the defensive coordinator for Colorado Buffaloes under Deion Sanders.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And
he's a head coach in the NFL. That is crazy. Yeah. By the way, your whole spiel basically described Josh McDaniels. To a T. To a fucking T. Like, you can keep this money, but you'll never be a head coach. Or you can go try to find another job. And he's done it twice. And he's so far failed twice. Yeah. Honestly.
And he's at all right franchises.
Yeah. And he's got a 10-year contract. Yeah. That's insane. I think it's 10 years. It's something
Gruden
long.
had 10 years. I think Josh only had like 4 or 5.
Oh, and by the way, Gruden is going to get paid for every dime of that because he got wrongfully terminated.
That's what happens.
Which is fucking crazy.
Those emails are going to come out, and he's going to Hillary that motherfucker.
All right. Are we watching YMH?
Yeah, let's go.
Y'all think it's a good stopping point?
Good stopping point. Thank you.
I appreciate everyone tuning in.
Seriously, anyone that's tuned in, please spread the word. We're going to try to keep this consistent. We're upgrading equipment. This is going to be much better.
Next week, we'll have a great standalone mic. Next set is going to be a mic for each of us.
Yeah, it'll be spruced up.
A headset for each of us.
Wait,
I'm getting a better camera. Yes. I already have 2, so we only need 1 more.
Okay.
So mics, headset, hookers,
HD
better camera.
And, hookers.
I didn't argue.
Did we say hookers yet?
YMH?
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
So, Indigo said he'll spread the word. I appreciate that.
Hey, thank you, Indigo. We need to know more about you. You're one of the early on viewers.
Yeah, honestly, first time chat
check
tonight.
It out.
You see that?
Love it.
That's awesome.
And next time, questions,
by the way,
bring it in.
This is now a regular. We tried this like months ago. We did it last week.
We're settled now. We're kind of comfortable,
comfortable. This is going to be a weekly occurrence.
I tried to fuck a few other podcasts, and I was like, I'll settle for this. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all right. You charge good.
Yeah.
Charge good.
So, it's either going to be a Monday or Tuesday, but it's going to be a weekly thing.
Yep.
And as we upgrade and go further,
YouTube's coming.
Now,
YouTube's coming.
YouTube
Yeah.
Kids, all we're asking right now is viewers. If you guys like it, if you think we're funny, just spread the
questions,
word.
Topics.
Questions.
And yes, keep the comments going.
I love the comments.
We don't have to just,
we
talk
can even
about
end
our
it off
shit.
questions.
If you guys legitimately want us to hit a topic, tell us.
Bring it up.
We will go over it.
100%.
So anyway, thanks a lot for the support so far. We appreciate it.
Great stream tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers.